Hi, my name's Sam Owen and I'm one of the artists who's going to be working on the OT Art Trail in the new year. I'm going to be painting a mural, and the mural will be inspired by the people of Old Trafford, and it will be about Old Trafford, which is where you come in. I need your ideas. So I've put together a short video that tells you what I would like from you to inspire my design. You can see behind me the kind of work that I do in my studio. So I make abstract paintings, which I then embroider. Obviously, I'm not going to be embroidering any walls, but I am going to be making an abstract painting based on what I get back from you, the community. So let's get started. I'm quite interested in letter forms at the moment, and obviously I love living in Old Trafford. It's brilliant. It's such a nice place to live. It's a really lovely community here. So what I want us to do is I want us to make O's and T's out of things that we really like about Old Trafford. It can be an uppercase O and a T, it can be a lowercase O and a T. If you speak a different language, it can be a completely different letter form. I would really like letter forms that are not English, that represent the languages that are spoken in our community, because I know that there are loads of different languages that are spoken here, and some of those might use completely different alphabets. So if that's you, then use an O and a T from your language. The things that I like most about Old Trafford, I love the cherry blossom trees in Hullard Park. I think they're amazing. When they're in bloom in the spring, they're beautiful. In the autumn, when they're fiery pinks and reds, they're also really beautiful. So I'm going to use those to make my letter forms. So to begin with, I could think about the fact that the cherry blossom petals look a little bit like love hearts. I think they did like love hearts anyway. They've got kind of frilly edges and they kind of are this weird sort of triangle-y shape. So I could make some of those kind of go around like this, that make a kind of O shape. I could arrange them into a circle. So that's one O that I could imagine I'm doing. Also, if I think about the form of the trees themselves, they are arranged in a kind of circle around that central circular part when you first go into the park. So you go through the entrance, and then there's a circle here with benches around it, and the trees are around that. If I was looking at it from above, just like you are with what you can see here, the bird's eye view, I can imagine that that would form an O. So I'm going to go with making these circles simplified versions of the cherry trees, and I'm going to put shadows underneath each of them because they then might look a little bit more like they're standing off the paper, in the same way that the trees are kind of like, you know, the canopies are walls that are above the ground. So 2 O's already, really nice and simple. It doesn't need to be complicated at all, this. It can be really, really straightforward. For a T, I really like in the autumn those leaves, so I could do a couple of leaves like this that I arrange into a T shape. I'm going to put some circles on there because they go really nice and speckly, and that will remind me when I paint them to include some of those colours that I find on there. When I cycled past Hullard Park the other day, I found a tree, one of the cherry blossom trees, that looked a little bit like the wind had kind of blown it out of shape. That started to look a little bit like kind of crazy T shape. So it had another branch that was going off over here, but it started to look like this. And the most solid lines in it were making a kind of T, so I decided that could be a good way to make my T shape. So there's some ideas, O's and T's from the cherry tree. I'm going to see if I can add a little bit of colour to them. You might want to outline them with black, I don't know, it's up to you. You might want to colour them with pencils or felt pens, or if you're like me, you might have some paints lurking around. So yeah, we've got colours there that I could be inspired by, we've got shapes there that I could be inspired by. I'm not going to colour all of these in now, but I did do some earlier that I did colour. So if I put these here, I've got the leaves, I've got the petals there, then I can make into a T, and then I did a tree there, which has got some colour on it. So those are my O and T ideas. You could use anything that you like from Old Trafford. I asked my son, who's 10, what he liked from Old Trafford, and he loves the skate park. He likes taking a scooter to the skate park and hanging out with his friends. So he decided that he would make the skate park and someone on a scooter doing an amazing move of going all the way across to the other side through the air into this O shape, which I thought was super inventive. I would love it if I ever saw anybody do that move, as long as they landed. But that is a super inventive way to make an O out of the thing that he likes. So he started by thinking about what he liked, did lots of drawings of the things that he liked, and then he thought about where he could find the letters in them. He made a scooter which obviously has a T in the handlebars, so obviously it involves this part too as well, and it doesn't matter if your drawing involves more than just the letter shape. If it's in there somewhere, that's fine. But I thought that these two together are a really beautiful and inventive way of coming up with letter forms that represent the things that he likes about Old Trafford. There's also O's in the wheels, of course, so there are lots of places that you could find these letters in the drawings that you do of the things that you like. So that's what I want you to do. Once you've done your drawings, I'm getting paint on the back of those. Once you've done your drawings, what we want you to do is we want you to send them in to us. So you can use the hashtag OTArtTrail to get them to us. You can tag us at OT Creative Space on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter. You can email them to us, hello@OT Creative Space, or you can drop them in to the studio at 27 Ayres Road so that we can see all of your ideas. And once we've got all of those ideas in, I'll be able to start seeing what I can put together to design a mural. My work, if you want to look at it, you can find it on www.samowenhull.co.uk. That's it. Thanks so much. I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your designs and I can't wait to get started. Okay, bye-bye.